Well, change. Like huge change when all the signs point the opposite way.
If we're talking free will, right.
Exactly. Do we really choose, or is everything just kind of pre-programmed?
Deep stuff. Philosophers have been wrestling with that one forever.
Our source material?
Mm-hmm.
It's an excerpt by this guy, Dr. Richard King. He wrote it for the Journal of Islamic Psychology and Islamic Philosophy, so, pretty heady stuff.
Okay, what's he saying?
So Dr. King uses this real-life story, Richard Mckinney, super compelling case. McKinney's a U.S. Marine, Iraq war vet.
Okay, I'm seeing where this might be going.
Right. And it gets intense. He comes back home, totally affected by all the anti-Muslim stuff he saw over there.
Propaganda gets you, man.
And not just affected, like, he had a plan, a chilling plan. He was going to bomb a mosque.
Whoa, that's heavy. I mean, the things people believe, right?
Yeah.
Like how deeply that stuff can get embedded makes you think about your own strong opinions.
It really does, and it gets even crazier.
Yeah.
So his daughter finds out about this whole plan, and according to Dr. King, she just looks at him like he's a monster. And she says this really simple thing: Muslims are normal people like you and me.
Wow. Just like that.
Yep. That one sentence, though, it's like it planted a seed of doubt, Plus, McKinney actually starts reading the Quran. Total 180. The guy converts to Islam.
No way. That is a serious turn of events.
Right. And that's where Dr. King, who's an expert in Islamic psychology and philosophy, uses this whole thing to argue against determinism. That idea that everything's already decided.
Determinism. Basically saying we're all just dominoes falling in a preset pattern.
Exactly. Makes you wonder, could you, me, anyone have made the same choice as McKinney, given his exact situation?
Right. Like, are we really individuals or just products of everything that happens to us?
And Dr. King's point is, McKinney totally exemplifies free will. He consciously chose to reject everything he thought he knew, even though his whole life seemed to be pushing him in the opposite direction. It's like his daughter threw a wrench into the whole deterministic machine,
Totally. And like, if we think about it from that Islamic psychology angle, maybe encountering such a different view was like a divine nudge, a shift in his heart, opening him up to a new path.
Oh, and by the way, this isn't some made-up story. Dr. King actually links a CNN article about McKinney, so this really went down.
Wow, that's even more intense. I mean, did his experiences just show him new info and like automatically change his existing beliefs, which would be that deterministic view? Or did he genuinely use his free will to change everything?
Tough question, right? Like, no easy answer there.
Definitely makes you think. If beliefs that strong, formed in a war zone no less, can change so completely, what does that say about our own potential for change? Like, what else could we shift in ourselves?
And that's exactly what Dr. King wants us to consider, I think. McKinney's story might not settle this whole free will versus determinism debate once and for all, but it gives us a real-life example to chew on.
Definitely food for thought.
So the takeaway, even when it seems like we're locked into a certain path, maybe, just maybe, there's more wiggle room than we think. If this guy went from mosque bomber to embracing Islam, who knows what any of us are capable of? Something to ponder, right?
Absolutely. Wow, what a story.
It really is. That's something I'm going to be thinking about for a while.
Me too.